morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness, it's morning. I hope you're having a restful one. I hope you are spending time with the Lord or watching some inspirational church services or something online or just hanging out. My name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. This is a channel about espresso and finding things cheap. I'm actually a former pastor. That part of my espresso journey. Back in the day, I used to work in a lot of Christian coffee houses, kind of behind the scenes, and uh, yeah, I got the bug, got the coffee bug. But definitely, thanks for hanging out. It's Sunday. It is a holiday weekend here in the United States and Canada, and I am loving it. I'm loving the idea that I get to just chill out today. These holiday weekends, seriously, just take the time, chill out, spend some time with your family, and make some coffee. So, appreciate you hanging out with me today. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Make some coffee. I really love 3M Bomber. I really love what they do. They are a really cool manufacturer who's been doing a lot of neat espresso tools. They're pretty budget friendly. That's what I really like. So definitely some cool stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and brew two shots today. For the first shot, I think I'm gonna do. Well, actually, this is my second shot. What I'm gonna do is with my 3M Bomber Butterfly 22 gram basket. This is gonna be the Big Daddy shot. Big Daddy shot for sure. This is gonna be a big one. Then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started with doing the 3M Bomber, and this is the 18 gram basket. This basket has been one of my absolute favorite precision basket, and I have had some amazing results with this basket in particular. I really like the 18 gram basis because sometimes with my Casabrews 4700, I don't want to fill it to its full capacity because I'm going to put like a puck screen in there, and I want to make sure I have some room up top. Um, you know, this is just a really good way to go. Sometimes I'll do a 15, 16, and then go. Y'all, this is a brand new channel. I really appreciate the love. Remember to like, subscribe. If you like coffee stuff, if you like finding things on the cheap when it comes to coffee, you're in the right spot. So definitely appreciate that. So I'm started because I need some coffee, y'all. I need some coffee. Like I said, I'm going to start with the 3M Bomber 18 gram basket. I'm going to be brewing it today on my Casa Brews. I love this thing. This is actually a Casabrews made bottomless portafilter, and it really obviously works well with a 3 year design. I believe the high brew has the same design on its basically its brew head. So let's go ahead, move Mr. Teak away. Hey, Mr. Teak man. And then, of course, we're going to be using 3M Bomber Shaker with both of these. Hope everyone is having an awesome weekend. Okay. Doing some fresh beans is always the way to go. Reach out, find a local, roaster. There's so many cool roasters. I am actually in Central Florida. In Florida, I just feel like lately has been exploding with just really cool folks doing cool stuff as far as roasting goes. Today, I'm going to be using a Peruvian from Finnish Coffee Roasters. I really like Finnish coffee roasters. Their motto is John 1930. It's finished because Jesus is finished. I dig that. I love that message. Definitely go check them out. His beans have just been awesome. This has just been giving me some amazing results here. Really love these things. Look how beautiful they are. Oh, so gorgeous. 15 grams right there. I'm going to go with about, I don't like to overfill it. So I'm going to, even though it's an 18 gram basket, I'll shoot for about 17. There we go. Yeah, right on the money. 17. Goodness. Oh, that's really cool. I love it when I'm right on the money there. I'm using my Time War C3 Pro, the chestnut, and I'm going to be grinding at a 7. So just right one above what's recommended by Time War. I do not want to damage my Time War. My Time War is my budget daily driver. You know, if you're looking for if you're trying to get into espresso and you're looking for a good way to go, use some manpower. Get a hand grinder. You can go not cheap, but not crazy where you're gonna not be able, you're not gonna break the bank. It's a good way to get started. And me personally, I love doing the hand grinding. It gives me time to, sounds silly, but just meditate, think on the Lord, chill out. This is all about having a good little hobby. And for me, coffee is kind of an outlet. So that's definitely a nice thing. It's cool just to spend that time making some magic. Smells so good. I really love, with Finnish coffee roasters, he gets a lot of his beans from Central America and South America. I'm a little partial to that region. I just love it. I love the taste profile. It's just super good. It's Peruvian. It's delicious. Got my puck screen ready to go. 3M Bomber puck screen. Make sure that's the right temperature. The Casabrews does have a PID control, and it's at the hottest setting right now that I'm putting it on. I think the hottest setting is at 97 degrees. It's right about there, about 100. Alrighty. Okay. Awesome. I think I'm good there. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right. Like I said, gonna use the 3M blind shaker too. Might as well. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that good grind right there. That's awesome. I do not want to choke my system. That's why I'm trying to go with a 7, not necessarily 6. 6 too fine. Since it's the morning, and this is going to be my first shot of the day, I'm going to go ahead and push some water through. Make sure that group head's nice and hot. Oh, goodness gracious. Watch it now. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Nice and full. Awesome. I'm gonna do some WT work here. Beautiful. Get the distributor. Yeah, I love what they do with 3M. This is my new YOLO calibrated tamper. 30 pound. I like it because it's self, so it's all about that consistency. Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. All right, let's get that puck screen on there. All right, let's do double. Double time for sure. definitely get some good crema to get started here. Alrighty, awesome. Look at that, how beautiful that is. That's gorgeous. Got a 3M bomber spoon here. Get this little mix. Let's give it a little taste. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh man, that is delicious. Milk chocolate, a little nutty, very smooth. Wow, that is really, really good. Oh man, love that. That is so awesome. Guys, if you like coffee, I mean, just remember to like and subscribe as well. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, oh my goodness. Just so good. Digging it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 18 gram. Or actually the 22 grams. So this is my big boy basket. So this is what I use this for, is making my spro overs, you know, my super longos, my really big tall cups of espresso. I mean that's what this is good for. Also, like I mentioned, if I wanted to go a little bit lower, let's say I wanted to do 1820, and I wanted to make sure I had some room there in the brew head, where I wasn't going to overfill my basket. This is where I would go with, because it gives me that breathing room. That's kind of one of the things I enjoy, is making sure you have that breathing room. Yeah, I don't think you have to do that on most machines. Brews 4700. It is. It can, I don't know what it is with the pet. It gets tight. It's tight up there. I'll show you all in a sec. So delicious. I can't stop drinking this stuff. So good. So good. I just finished one of my first bags with the Finnish coffee roasters. And oh man, it was like sad because I loved it. It was sad seeing it go. I just did this video with the flare, and it always blows my mind seeing that little tiny puck that comes out. Get a little baby puck. Give you an example. Here's the same basket basically that I just used. All right, let's get the big boy in there. See right there. I don't know if y'all can notice that again. With this Casabrews, it just gets pretty tight. And again, I don't think that's because of this basket. I think it's the Casabrews. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do, again, Peruvian, same thing. Probably end up finishing this basket here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do, like I said, the big boy cup. Now, this is not something I'm probably gonna drink in one sitting. This is definitely a sipper, for sure. Look at those beans again, so gorgeous. Oops. So there's 16. And like I said, mid 220. It's 22 gram bag. It's the experience, you know. I know that I don't want to overfill this one. I am actually going to go with the same grind setting. That's kind of the nice thing about the basket. I definitely think, you know, that really isn't, it's pretty much the same as it goes. stragglers. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and push again a little water through, just because I want to make sure that basket wasn't used. So even though the portafilter's a little hot, I want to make sure my basket gets nice and hot. One thing that I really love about my DeLonghi ECP is that it is a boiler system. And, you know, you wait like 5-10 minutes, that thing gets really hot. And the nice thing is you don't really have to worry about the same thing with some of these instant, you know, heat systems like this. Making sure you have really good temperature when it comes to your brew group is so crucial. 100%, I think, to having good espresso. I remember when I kind of first started, y'all, I'm in my mid-40s. I've actually been making espresso since I've been like 12, 13 years old. I'm a geek. Always loved coffee, but I remember the first time I made espresso at home, and I didn't know to do that. I mean, I wasn't really using a great espresso machine anyway. Like, why does this not taste like my cafe? You know, it's because you gotta make sure, you know, cafe. You're talking a lot of uses. You know, that thing's constantly hot. It's a boiler system. You know, it's just, that's so crucial. It's little things like that. And to be honest, the way I've learned a lot of that stuff, one of the, especially recently, is YouTube is awesome. There is so many amazing YouTubers out there. A good friend of mine has a channel, Abnel Capote. Him up, he's awesome. Of course, you have Tom's Coffee Corner. And of course, you got Hoffman and Lance, all the big ones. But man, there's so much good stuff out there. That's the main reason why I started this channel anyway. It's just to connect with y'all. You know, if there's some advice you want to give me, seriously, just do. Let me know in the comments. You know, I am open for that. This is all a learning process. I am not a professional barista, nor do I claim to be one. I'm somebody's dad on YouTube, just goofing around. You know, this isn't like, oh man. I had someone leave a comment one time and they were like, yeah, your technique, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. And I am going to take that very constructively. But I also was thinking, buddy, I'm not some pro. Oh man, just cracks me up. Somebody's dad, some boring geeky dude. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do the blind shaker. So this is a 3M-BOMBER blind shaker. That's the main reason I'm doing it, because I'm using 3M-BOMBER stuff. Yeah, I dig what they do. I really want to get some of their tampers. I love everything I see. Everything's just super cool. Let's see here. Let me get this out of the way. Again, this Casabrews, when I use this particular basket, I don't know if it's the design of the lip up top, but it just gets very tight. Okay. Ooh, that's nice hot. Ring it like hell. Okay, and then we're going to do some distribution here. Goodness. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my mini coffee tamper here. I like this one. Look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Ah, smells so good. 3-bomber puck screen. Again, Casabrews, super tight up top. And I'm telling you, I think this is one of the only baskets I really get that from. Okay, cool. So this is cringeworthy. A lot of people in the espresso world freak out about this. I've always said this before. Do coffee what suits you. Do coffee for you. Only you were drinking your espresso. Only you were doing that. So there's folks on the internet that are like, you gotta have this ratio and you gotta do this. That's cool. That's good stuff. And it's great things. But what I'm saying is, if you want to put more grams of water and that's your liking, you're an Americano person, you are a restraint recepto, person, cool. Do that. You do coffee the way you do coffee. I really love a good spur over. I like a big cup. That's my favorite thing. I usually never do singles. So this one is going to make some of the espresso folks freak out because it's going to be a big cup. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. Beautiful. My wife sent me this picture that I had. Oh, I'm gonna let this get heat back up again. Again, this is the difference with having a boiler. Boiler, you just keep it going. My wife just sent me this picture from back in the day when I actually met her. So one of the things I've kind of shared before, I used to be a pastor, but I worked for a big mega church out in California, and we had this giant office with a radio station and pastoral offices and businesses were in this office, and we had a cafe bottom. The coolest thing ever, the pastor's office is right next to the cafe. My actual office was basically in the cafe, and I sent this picture to my wife uh, years ago, and she just found it today. So here's the cafe. This window right here, that's my office. So my office was basically kind of in the cafe. Y'all, this was so cool. This is kind of my weird, goofy love of coffee. So I got to kind of hang out a lot with the folks in the cafe. I knew the cafe owners and all that stuff. It was cool getting to hear the sounds of it and smell the espresso every day. Honestly, it's one of my favorite times of my life. Like, so cool, especially when you're a coffee nerd. So, of course, I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix here. It's not a whole lot of crema. Good crema up top, a whole lot. And that kind of goes with the territory. This is a big cup here. Give it a little taste. Oh, that's delicious. This is more, again, it's a pour over. This really is not a traditional cup of espresso. This is more like an Americano or more of that strong American. Honestly, guys, this is like if you're doing a mocha pot. Just a little better in my opinion. But sometimes you just got to have that. I've already had my shot of espresso. You guys let me have that. So, it's nice to have something like this. I love it. Your faith in coffee bean. My name is Tony. I do love to share some scriptures with y'all, and one kind of hit me today or the other day, and I did want to share it with you. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world, and there's a lot of weird stuff you see on the news and all that. Mike asked me the other day, he was like, Dad, is this normal? I'm like, no, buddy, this isn't normal. Things are a little nuts. But with that, this scripture kind of stood out to me. It's found in 2 Corinthians. And this is the Apostle Paul. And he says, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Y'all, sometimes when we go through crazy stuff, it's just wild. God uses things. God uses the weak to confound the wise. He uses the crazy people like me or anybody to do cool stuff. When we're at our weakness, when we're at our weakest and we're at our most vulnerable, I think sometimes that's when God could take control of our life the most. And I think no matter what you're going through, chaos and all that good stuff, it's good just to remember, everyone struggles. That's the main thing I'm trying to say. And sometimes that's okay. If you're going through a tough time, that's okay. Turn to the Lord, turn to your family, turn to your friends, ask them to pray for you. If it sounds silly, if you ever need a prayer, hit me up on Instagram. That you maybe don't want to leave a comment here. Totally cool. Faith and Coffee Me on Instagram. Connect with people. No one's an island. Just connect with people and read some scriptures, get some help, call somebody. Like I'm just saying, there's a lot of things going on. And recently I lost somebody, and we lost somebody, and we've gone through stuff. So it's just really important that if you're going through something, you look for help and guidance, either by scripture or reaching out to somebody. I know that sounds corny, but the truth is, just remember you're not alone. I guess that's the best one thing I'm trying to say. That's the cool thing about doing this stuff like on YouTube. This is a cool hobby, but just in a serious note, you're never alone. Just reach out to somebody. Y'all, I really appreciate you watching. Again, remember, like and subscribe. Have a great holiday weekend. Relax. Have some fun. Enjoy your family. Thanks so much. Have a good one, okay?